All right, guys. Now, week one, I just want to give us a quick recap of how far we've gone in terms of our course curriculum. The first one is the week one program. We began with the introduction into what graphics design is and its principles. So we started learning to understand the role of the graphics design in communication. We learned the basics of graphics design. I'm talking about the principles, the core principle. This is the concept, the contrast, alignment, repetition, and proximity. We started exploring different type of graphics design. I'm talking about the branding, UI, UX, advertising, and these are basically simple purposes of why graphics design is needed. What's the force about graphics design about? These are the important reasons. And then basically the learning outcome is for you guys to be able to identify what a good design and a bad design is. And you should be able to create a very simple layout using your Canva or Photoshop. And then we started the class with Canva. We introduced ourselves to Canva, and very quickly, a lot of people started making some simple designs with Canva, right? Now, we have an exercise. The practice activity is for you to analyze different design compositions and create a social media banner. We have done that. We have asked people to do a lot of social media design since we began Canva class. And quite a number of us, again, I'm not happy with any number of us. I'm talking about if our class was 100%, I believe the people that I still have, like a handful of people that are still active, I don't think we are up to 10% of the class. So that's how crazy, and I'm very helpless. I don't know what to do better. You understand? I don't know what to do better. And it's open. Please, you guys can suggest. I'm very open to get any opinions that's going to be helpful on how we can carry a very huge chunk of us along with this course, right? After that, we went ahead to start. Hello, I didn't hear that.
No, I said yes, sir. Like I wanted to like make a comment regarding the availability, I believe.
Please go ahead.
Okay, like I think for me personally, I would say that bringing this you inspire course to final year students can actually like be a lot. Like I don't know, like handling it with your see your personal things that you were doing in terms of like your classes and let me say your
Okay.
project per se. So that can also like be one of the factors that may have been affecting, let's say, availability, like trying to see how to balance like the two, that kind of thing. So I think that's like on my own view personally.
All right. Well, I couldn't agree with you even more because, again, you guys are forced to kind of prioritize what you want to do. Is it school stuff or academics? And 1,000 of you, in fact, I would also choose my academics instead of, you understand, 1,000 times over this, you understand, because that's the priority, that's the main thing. Again, I don't know why they have placed it this way, but the essence, the goal still remains the same. If you have placed it another time, in even a very comfortable time for anyone else, people who are going to get value outside of this engagement would, and people who won't even get any value, even when you put it in the most convenient time in the, and there's no best time to learn anything. There's no best time to take on any learning opportunity. It's just now. The best time is right now. The best time is right now because you are even far behind. You understand? Like I said, still have to prioritize on your own time and select what works best for you, basically. So I don't blame anybody. I don't think I can blame anyone. But again, giving me that perspective of maybe school activities could have been one of the ends, one of the reasons why we are having very low participation. Quite understandable then. Then I have the next thing. Can you see my screen again? I'm back to Microsoft Office Word. You can see the week two activities. Very quickly, we jumped into typography and color theory. We explained the basics of typography. What are the basic type fonts that we have? We have the serif, the sans serif, the script, the display font. We explained quite a number, in fact, more than what we have here. We explained how we can engage with font pairing. How do we pair fonts together? When we use one, we want to complement it with another one. How do we do that? What platform do we use? They are all part of the resources that were shared with everyone on this week 2 course. Very quickly we started going into colors and color theory. We also have a platform that we use for color choices and color theory. Very quickly we started going into selecting our brand name. We all know that we have maybe a personal brand that we are working with, or we encourage everybody to actually go down, try to create a personal brand on something and then put a color together, which a number of us actually did as well. So the learning outcome was for students to be able to choose appropriate fonts for different projects. Apart from that, we should be able to create a color palette for a brand, right? Our aim is also to design social media posts using typography, which a lot of us have also done, right? If you don't agree with me on anything I'm saying here, please feel free. Now, to cut me, this is a class. This is a class. You can always raise up your hand anytime, man. Cut me anytime, just to let me know what's happened. The next part is image editing. That was I feel like this is the last activity we did, which is talking about image editing and digital illustrations. Very quickly, we started explaining how we can edit image, talking about how we can crop, how we can retouch images and color correction. And this was done in 2 ways. First, we had a first call where I was showing you on how to do this, because most of us are using our mobile devices. So I had to go and look for platforms that are readily accessible via our mobile devices instead of using Photoshop or Photoshop for our photo editing. So we started using 2 applications. You can mention those 2 applications for me for image editing. Who can mention those 2 applications that we introduced last class?
Okay, sir.
Or is that I don't need? Yeah.
Jesus.
You said?
Wow. No. My phone fell off my hand. Sorry.
Oh, okay. So, or is that said she does not miss any video?
Photo room
Photo
app
what?
and photo room app
Yeah.
and Snapseed.
Yes, we introduced Photo Room app and then Snapseed app as well. The first one, which is Photo Room, helps us to do something basic. Or is that what's that?
Yeah, the photo room app, we use it to like remove image background.
Fantastic. And then Snapseed goes to ADBC. ADBC, what do we use Snapseed to do? ADBC, what do we use Snapseed to do? Or can anybody tell me apart from Oiza on the call? Snapseed, if you have watched the video, what do we use Snapseed to do? Again, you guys are not saying anything. I'll start with that means ADBC has not checked this video out. Agnes, of all people, have not checked this video out. I don't know Peace. I don't know Anike. This is the first time I'm seeing those names on our call, right? So if ADBC can't talk, Agnes, what's it for? What's Photoshop for?
Snapseed is used to sharpen the is it the image or something like that?
Snapseed, right? So Snapseed, yeah. Snapseed is used to increase or add a more dramatic effect to either our flyer or our photos. Snapseed can edit both photos or an existing flyer that you have already created, either in Canva or even using any other design software that you've done. But when you're trying to add any other effect, I'm talking about editing. You can add some balancing, you can add some color correction. I'm talking you can retouch about your design highlights, your shadows, some color balancing, increasing the vibrance, the ambience, different photo editing properties in our images. And this image can be a flyer or a simple image you are trying to use in your design. These are different ways we can do it. Photo, what's it called? The first helps us to edit our image background, remove our image background very easily. The other one, Snapseed, help us to add photo effects to our images or our design flyers or our designs basically. So that's the 2 concepts. That's the 2 design software. So basically, I think you guys have checked out those videos there. So if you do understand how those things work, I think it basically takes us to another end where we have started. Now, did you guys practice using any other image using this application? I'm talking about the people that are responding on this call, and any other person that might have seen that video or might have practiced using something. Anybody on this call? But I'm very aware of Agnes and Isa. Did you guys work on any images, flyers, while you are practicing that?
I did.
Yes, you did, Abby. Please send it to my WhatsApp now if you have it.
I used the photo room to edit a picture, like to remove the background of the picture.
And what did you do anything with Snapseed?
No, I did not. I was only able to use it.
What is the essence of learning?
Although I downloaded it.
What is the essence of learning when you did not practice? You just watch the video and you feel like you understand it. You are not ready. You don't watch videos. You don't
practice.
In design. Design is not like, okay, I've seen how it does not even work for anything actually. You just look at something and you feel like you have gotten it. It's a lie. You have not gotten anything. When you are working on, I have students that are practical, that are sitting beside me, unlike you guys are virtual. They are sitting beside me like this. Okay, let's do this, let's do this. Do you understand? Yes. It is very good when you ask them, do you understand? They feel like they do understand. But give them the laptop. Whatever you are pressing that was pressing on your own laptop, when they start pressing yes, basically it doesn't press. If you understand what I mean, right? Whatever is working on yours, they feel like, yeah, you're able to do this. Yeah, do you understand? Yes, everybody understands. But give them a practice exercise for them to work with. When they are doing that, that's when you start seeing questions. It's not opening. This one is not, practice is when you get it right. Don't just watch anything, not even just here, anything in terms of a video or anything, or something like learning material that you haven't practicalized. If you haven't done it and it's working, don't believe you've learned anything from it. So again, please, it's not about downloading and installing the application. It's about even trying to do something to see if what we are talking about is working from your end. All right. Now, if you can see my screen, we have done about photo editing and the likes, creating a simple vector. I told you a platform on that video. I told you I got my pictures directly from Pexels. So I expected you guys to have gone to Pexel. Pexel is also part of the training resource that I've shared with you from our day one class, I think. On the resources flyer, there's link to Pexel. There's all these links to all these resources that I've been using for our class. So again, I have in mind, in the back of my mind, that most of us are using our devices, so I know that we have to consider that as well. Now, on week 4, which we are definitely, trust me, we are behind schedule on our classes, but I'll try to run through today's section. Today's section is going to be more about branding and logo design. And before now, I've asked everybody to go ahead, select a brand color for their brand, and put a name to their brand. For example, while I was learning design, while I was growing in my design journey, I decided that I really wanted something like a design agency for myself, where we are not just going to be doing designs for people. We are also going to be people that inside the team, we have people who can do motion graphics. We have people who can do websites, people who can, I'm talking about UI, UX. I have people who can do, they can do brand identity design, people who can go into basically, they can do motion graphics, brand identity design. What else again that we do in graphics design? And they can also offer consulting services in terms of helping businesses throughout their design journey. So they are like consultants that they can give design brands to for either print design, banners, and the like. You understand? Basically, a design agency that people can come to can be like, we have a business, we are trying to do this, and they can just get it done in that design agency. So something like that. And then I was looking for a name for myself. Then I decided, I came up with a name. A name is usually naming something is something that you don't know if you did it right or if you did it if it was done wrong. But there's something there are some unique pointers of every name that every name of a business should have. The fact that it needs to be simple enough that it is memorable. It is something that you can connect with. It also needs to align with the brand's personality. So I decided that I'm going to be using something like Green Illustration Studio. Green Illustration Studio. It's not GREEN, but it's GRIN, right? Illustrations and then studios. Basically, I started that. I had a name. Apart from that, I was looking at what kind of color should I go for. Right then, I settled for more like a green color kind of scheme, green color scheme basically for my brand. This is the same thing I asked you guys to do. I know that we all have an idea in mind. Maybe it's a pharmacy that we're trying to do. I know that we are all from different backgrounds, which actually make a very good creative gathering, because in the creative world, in the creative business, we are all from different backgrounds, and these our unique backgrounds brings a lot of spice into the kind of materials we create individually. You understand? So being in a very different background doesn't really matter. If you want to build your creativity, you can, right? So again, get a brand name. Maybe it's your agricultural business that you're trying to do. Maybe it's a brand that you're trying to look at. Maybe it's something that, in fact, if you don't have any idea of the brand, you might just create something tentatively, a concept, an idea, you understand, an imagination, an imaginary brand that we can work with basically. So we have all gotten some names. Some people have submitted theirs and some haven't till today. I believe some of us are just hearing that as well, because I'm seeing some new faces on the call that I'm expecting that even after now would have more. Hello, Agnes, did you just kick me out of the call? You are wicked. Don't worry. Don't worry. Well done. Well done. One who.
I'm so sorry, sir. I didn't know. Jesus.
All right, no problem. So I think my internet kind of punctuated a little bit. So I'm joining now with my phone. So let's continue, guys. My system is still trying to process what just happened. So let's go ahead. Now, what I have here is you are trying to learn the basic principles of what effective logo. The next thing is to understand the importance of brand identity design. Apart from that, we are going to be exploring what are the different types of logos that we have, right? The type of logo that we have. And basically, I'm not going to be saying this like a concept, like an idea. Like I said, I've engaged in quite a number of brand identity design projects. And I've chosen just 2 of them or 3 of them that we can talk around. I'm going to share my own process with you. And I think our time is fast spent, like I said, but we are going to try to also create something using one of the brands that we have. We're going to start thinking through the process. So without no further ado, let's just go ahead to talk about these brands, and let's see how quickly we can get this started. Now, like I said, my system, okay, I think my system is back now. Okay, I think my system is back now. Let me join back with my... Yeah, my system is back now. Can you guys hear me clearly?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. So I'm going to share my screen once again. I'm going to go ahead. Here's my Telegram. My laptop is acting up. So let's continue with my device for now, please. This guy wants to, when everything is almost perfect, there's always something that wants to just make it, make it worse. Can you guys see my phone screen basically? Can you guys see my phone screen?
It's still okay. Yeah, I can see it now.
I'm trying to go to one of the customers that I'm currently working with recently. He told me, all right, so because I sent some designs to him, and that's part of the project I'm trying to showcase for this project. I'll go to his profile. So let's start with space decor, for example. I'm going to use space decor as a case study. My system is back again. Why is it going on and off? I don't know why. Let's see. Let's continue with my phone. Can you see this project currently on my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Content.
You can.
I can see it. I'm trying to read what is there.
You are trying to do what?
No, like I was trying to see if I could read what was I'm saying.
Okay. All right. So let's proceed with my deal. Let me try this startup again because that's the best part of this our call. Hello, I'm back on the laptop now. I'll go ahead to share my screen once again. I hope it doesn't mess up this time. Yeah, I think it's working. Go back down. Can you guys see my screen? Now, my laptop. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what I do with my customer most of the time, whenever my customer says, Ibrahim, how are you guys doing? I heard about you from so. You said you can do whatever. And basically, I'm trying to design a business logo for my business, right? And I'm trying to do so. Right on that call, they're trying to say a lot of things with just the next few minutes. And I try to just listen to them, give them that space to express themselves. When they are done expressing, I usually tell them that, okay, for my brand identity project, most of the time I have a section. We need to have a section called a discovery section. That is when we are going to be having a personal call. It's a relaxed section where I get to ask you some questions. Basically, I want to know about your brand. I want to know some few things about what you do and how you do them, right? If you want me to send a document that has the question that I ask customers most of the time for the brand identity design, I can also share that with you. So basically, on that call, when I jump on that call, if you want me to send a section of how that section goes, basically, some of them I ask them to bring in their team as well. Bring in your team, not just you, because you're not designing for you. Bring in your team who are going to be working with you, people who understand your business as well. Let us talk about this. Most of the time, the calls are meant for the CEO, actually, the branch. I'm talking about the director for the business because they know how to express their brand. Can you see my screen, guys?
Yes, sir.
Now, after those kind of sections, I send a summary of what the section is all about to them. This section is for Space Decor Furniture. On that section, I got to know their brand name, which was Space Decor. I was surprised about this decor. He said it's just about decoration. The guy just kind of shortened it into what. So what they do at their core, at the core of the business, is just interior and exterior designs, and then decorations as well, right? Interior designs and decorations, basically. So Space Decor is so. Can you see a brief? This is after I have watched. Most of the time, I have the section recorded. I tell them on the call that I'll be having this section recorded so that I can revisit. Somebody said, please, as the class started, because I am not seeing it at all. Hey, can somebody help me with this person here? This is the any guy or something. How can you be on Telegram and not see that the session is active? I don't know how to help this person. All right, let's go. This person said, so we have about the company. First, I understand what the company is. Let me just give you a brief of that. Space Decor designs and fabricates functional and durable furnitures. We pride ourselves on. Can somebody answer that any on that Telegram group, please? I'm talking about Isa or Agnes, please. Can somebody attend to that person?
Okay, sir.
Okay, Asmao has responded. Asmao is not responding to me on the normal call. She's not responding to me on the normal call, but she's. Oh my God. It's all right. I was asking her a question that time. She blanked off as if she'd know. That means she has not watched the video. All right. So we have about the company here. Apart from that, the man, these are, if you listen to the recorded session of our talk and you listen to this book, you're going to feel like everything that we said was captured here. Because again, you have to give them a summary. A summary basically shows everything that we discussed on the call, and this was the document that was shared with the customer. Also, part of the thing you want to know, there are questions that you ask the customer. I'm going to give you us an idea. I'm going to give you us an opening. I'm going to give us an idea into the kind of questions you can ask them. Basically, I get to understand about the brand. Another thing is what the brand qualities. Apart from the brand qualities, I want to know their brand style, right? Brand style is about what kind of mood, right? Everybody knows when you see the Nike on a white shirt. If you want, if you see Nike on a white shirt, you know it has a style to it, right? Unlike when you have a cap that has the what, let's say Nike on it. You understand? Nike brand itself has a vibe, has a feeling, has a style, right? And then we have product range. Product range is that trying to understand what do they actually do. You understand? What kind of things do they engage themselves in? Apart from that, we also go into what their target audience. Who are you trying to attract? Who are your target audience, right? After understanding that target audience, we also go to who are the key industry leaders. Who are the people that are doing what you wish you are doing, right? For businesses, every businesses have people that they are trying to be like, or people that are inside the game that are better than them, basically. You know, that they see like a role model. If they want to acknowledge, good. If you don't want to acknowledge, it's also good for you. But for every business, there's no business you're trying to start that you are the first to start it, right? There must have been somebody that must have done something. Probably you don't like how the person have done that, and you're trying to change you are trying to bring some unique features into yours, you know. But there are some key leaders, you know, there are some people like a role model to you in your industry. I also try to confirm that. The only reason that any will not be able to see that link is because she's just joining the group. I think it's possible. If any is not seeing that, that means she's just joining the group. So I don't know how to help any. And I'm always very empathetic about when somebody is trying to do something and I can work that out and I cannot do anything to help that person. I cannot ignore. The only thing that will help any to join, is it any? Is this any the guy that is asking this question? Any the guy has always been in our corner. Come on. So it's not new yet, please. It's not new on our call. So I don't know why it's not saying that. Maybe it's his internet. He should log out his Telegram and then log in again. I think that would work. He said he has closed and opened the application several times and nothing is happening. Oh wow. I don't know how to help this guy.